Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini 22-2022. You're interested in long-term results with today's aspect between Mercury and responsible Saturn. There's a stronger focus on collaboration or partnering these days, and this inclination can be particularly constructive today. You see certain things in your life more clearly if you take a partner's viewpoint into account. Transits are good for making plans and realistically assessing matters today and tomorrow. You might successfully talk through a problem or devise a strategy with someone. It's also a good time to team up to accomplish something important or practical. Your maturity is showing today, and it becomes you. Others might ask you for advice. The moon's move to the top of your solar chart is another reason to take care of business. Sounds like a lot to digest on the first date, but if you're having differences when it comes to the idea of having kids, why even bother? You're being called to prioritize your heart's desires at this time, despite whether it's serious or just a fling. This is especially true when considering Mercury's sextile to Saturn, activating your relationship sector and your romantic fifth house of love as you are communicating with honesty and integrity. If the topic isn't surrounding your love language or children, then it's simply you taking yourself and your desires more seriously. Good for you. Creativity is a must in your professional commitments. Today, Mercury in Taurus sextiles Saturn in Aquarius, encouraging you to consider the long-term potential in your talents, creations, and projects. As you continue to grow in your professional style and passions, you should consider committing to them. But finding the right opportunities for your desires to flourish is a different conversation. So, have that conversation. Talk to your supervisors or colleagues about taking on a more individualized approach that honors your unique professional style. One or more phone calls could come today from people you know well, probably women. They're more likely to have some ideas they want to kick around with you than to have news or gossip, but you'll enjoy the conversation all the same. You might end up paying a visit in your near neighborhood to someone who shares some of your interests. Whatever you discuss today, it's likely to have a profound effect on you. Retain this new awareness. A naturally harmonious atmosphere exists between you and your private sphere. You are increasingly at the center of things and are an important person of reference, which could place extra burdens on you. You have an abundance of energy for yourself, your family and friends, and are strong, calm, and harmonious, strengthening family bonds. You can be sure that your loved ones will return your support when you need it. A message pops in your box today and gets you all riled up. It's mostly good even if you can't quite see it that way at first, so try not to go over the top. It is possible that in terms of health, things are not going very well for you. You feel confused, and with many changes in your body and a serious illness could arise. It is because the moon is in opposition to Pluto, but do not be distressed because the sextile with the sun will make everything go well. New relationships, possibly business ones, are on your schedule, about which you will talk with others. Conversations in which contracts and documents will be discussed. Reserve time for you to dedicate it to a love relationship, whether it is a new one or an existing one that grows and strengthens more and more. The right time to make decisions. Your mind is concentrated. Anarchic diet, stress, lack of sleep, you don't feel on your plate, it's an understatement. The presence of the planet Mars in your day indicates that you are in the throes of inner conflicts. This can result in skin manifestations, eczema, acne. Fill up on vegetables, occasionally avoid dairy products and sweets, and give yourself a few restorative naps. In a short time, you will have regained your usual flamboyance. You encourage others to be as enthusiastic about life as you are. Your fresh approach, combined with a laid-back attitude, is bewitching for potential dates. Be careful when faced with choices, to ask yourself how serious this person's interest is in you. A short flirtation or the start of a more serious relationship. You have been holding on to a relationship from the past for a while now. The time has come to let it go. If you have unresolved issues with an old romantic partner, why not address them once and for all? Something is likely to occur today that makes you realize how stuck in the past you have been. The only way to move forward is to revisit those painful memories and clear them from your mind. You are sure to feel cheerful, optimistic, expressive, and enthusiastic on this day. Today is rich with your own natural essence. While keeping yourself focused can prove challenging, you'll also experience your creative and artistic skills at an all-time high. Whatever resonates for you, be it painting or singing, now is the time to explore and have fun. Along with this, be as expressive in your professional life as working from home will allow. Our eyes in the sky. There is a lot happening at once with today's transits. A strong pull between air and fire has its hand in moving things forward in a practical way and jumping into things courageously. Remember that everyone thinks they're right at this time. There is a conviction in the collective that can go either way. Pay close attention to the news you receive over the next few days, and don't give up on your dream. With plenty of raw and real conversations going on, you might come to a conclusion that you have needed to see and understand for many years. This sentiment is brought to you by the minor connection between the Sun in Libra and Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces, and by the North Node of Destiny. Emotions could be erratic, forcing us to see relationships from a different perspective and allowing us to be more selfish when it comes to partnerships. Never compromise your needs and desires for those of others. This could cause a complete change in direction for your internal compass. Above all else, we are aware of the fleeting nature of time, and seek to use our energy deliberately to make a lasting impact on the world. This is a good lunar period for practical work that benefits from a slow and steady approach. We should, however, be cautioned not to identify so closely with our professional aims that we lose sight of our overall happiness. Beware depressing and negative self-talk, or falling victim to the trap that your worth hinges on your productivity. In the morning, the moon forms an uplifting sextile with Jupiter in Pisces, indicating that we have big dreams and we know that a sensible approach will enable us to achieve them. Although we might equate success with wealth and influence under the Capricorn moon, the sextile to Jupiter offers a more compassionate lens, enabling us to recognize that real wealth lies in creating positive change in our communities which will endure into the future. By setting up efficient structures, we create platforms for powerful manifestation magic, paying good fortune forward and helping others see their dreams become realities. The desire to write down your thoughts on a subject you've been either thinking about or possibly even researching could come upon you today, even if you don't try to do any more with it than post it on an internet newsgroup. If you've been thinking about trying your hand at a magazine article on this or any subject, this is the time to get started. Your mind is sharp and your self-expression free-flowing.